Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 hardest items you will ever have to unlock across the Resident Evil series. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Cat Ears, Resident Evil 4.
Why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
Who wouldn't want to see Leon sport a pair of cat ears like a typical e-girl? It just adds more comedy to an already absurd campaign. But if you really want to experience this for yourself, you will need to beat the main campaign on professional difficulty and earn an S+ rank. How does one achieve an S+ rank? Well, you'll have to beat the game in under 4 hours. Honestly, the best way to go about doing this is to nail as many level skips as you can and ignore any unnecessary combat encounters as possible. Basically, employ your best speedrunning tactics. And again, make sure that you do this under New Game, not New Game Plus. You can't get S+ rank on New Game Plus.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later.
Infinite Ammo, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Infinite ammo is always nice to have when you're just trying to blast through a game with reckless abandon. Those who really want this little cheat for RE7 will have to endure the game under the hardest difficulty, Madhouse. This setting doesn't just buff enemies in strength and health either. No, Madhouse also features a complete rearrangement of where items are located and which enemies spawn in certain areas.
My baby!
On top of that, you will need to locate cassette tapes if you wish to save your game, just as the original Resident Evil games required you to use ink ribbons back then.
God damn it! I bet it's that cop again.
Infinite Rocket Launcher, Resident Evil 3. A lot of the time, the hardest and or most expensive rewards to unlock in the Resident Evil games is an infinite rocket launcher. The thing about the launcher featured in RE3's remake is that it is probably the most expensive unlockable in the entire franchise. Better save up the currency you get from completing challenges, because you will need to save up 624,000 points. Even if you try to blast through the challenges and do several playthroughs, this might wind up being the last thing you unlock in the entire game. That is, if you don't pony up real money to Capcom just so you can have instant access to it. The Infinite Rocket Launcher, Resident Evil 2. With its tank controls and limited number of ink ribbons to let you save, modern players may find RE2 to be more difficult than its 2019 remake. The one weapon that breaks the original RE2 is this, the Infinite Rocket Launcher. Blow any enemy back to hell with as many rockets as you can fire. To obtain this, you're going to have to employ some speedrunning tactics and try to beat Leon A or Leon B scenarios in under 2.5 hours, and achieve an A rank at minimum. Hope you're used to PS1 controls. Cat Ears, Resident Evil 2. That's right, the rocket launcher isn't the only common unlockable in Resident Evil. A handful of the games also feature wearable cat ears for its respective protagonists, but obtaining a pair for Claire and Leon might be a test of endurance and calculation. See, you'll have to commit quite a bit of practice time to the No Way Out mode, the mode that was added as part of the Ghost Survivors DLC, where you play as the sheriff from the prologue and go against hordes of zombies. To unlock the cat ears, you're going to have to beat this mode, firing off no more than 60 handgun bullets. Trust us, this is way easier said than done. The Assault Rifle, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. A unique aspect of Nemesis in RE3 is that it is possible to defeat him in some of your encounters. If you manage to do so, you will be rewarded with pretty powerful items. However, you can only defeat him in 7 separate encounters within a single playthrough. If you're gunning to unlock the Assault Rifle, you'll have to find a way to defeat him all 7 times within a single playthrough. Not only that, it has to be done on your first playthrough. No new game pluses, no bonus weapons to help you out, all under a fresh save. Unlockable Costumes, Resident Evil 5. RE5 features a decent handful of costumes for Chris and Sheva to unlock. Unfortunately, getting even 1 or 2 of these requires a little bit of collectible hunting, those collectibles being the BSAA emblems. These are scattered across every single mission in the game in areas that can sometimes cause you to stray fairly far from the main path. Others will just be found in annoying corners or distant spots. Of course, you can always just pull up a guide and find all the emblems that way, but if you want to challenge yourself, be prepared for a handful of playthroughs. The LZ Answerer, Resident Evil Village. So here's the thing about the LZ Answerer. This was initially a really tough unlockable to get because you have to learn at least an SS rank on all 8 stages included in Mercenaries mode. Doing this with Ethan required very specific pathing and maintaining a perfect combo from start to finish. However, this was made easier once Capcom added Lady Dimitrescu, Heisenberg, and Chris in a post-launch update. Even with these new, somewhat overpowered characters, the LZ Answerer is still the hardest item to unlock in Resident Evil Village. The Katana, Resident Evil Revelations 2. Revelations 2 is packed to the brim with all kinds of unlockables. It kind of gives the game a decent amount of replay value. Sadly, the hardest unlockable you'll have to go for is the Katana, which requires you to beat every single episode under Invisible Mode. What is Invisible Mode? Well, it's where every enemy in the game becomes totally invisible. You can reveal them briefly if you manage to hit them with Moira's flashlight, a smoke grenade, or Natalia's pointing skill, but obviously, you can't rely on those under most situations. So, better identify those moments when you can avoid combat and just book it for the next area. And lastly, the Handcannon, Resident Evil 4. The original Resident Evil 4 already has some crazy powerful, crazy broken weapons that you can unlock. Of them all, if you truly want to feel ultimate power in your hand, the Handcannon is what you seek. Should you try to unlock this one, be prepared for the most grueling challenge in Resident Evil history, not counting playing Umbrella Corps. We don't talk about that though. You will have to achieve an S rank on every single stage in Mercenaries mode as every single character. Good luck! And if you thought RE4's remake might have made things easier, well, that depends on who you ask. Getting the Handcannon will require you to beat RE4 Remake on the highest difficulty without any bonus weapons, or just get S rank on Castle, Village, and Island in Mercenaries mode. Take your pick. Did you manage to unlock any of these for yourself? Let us know down in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.